There are games that have stood the test of time and that everyone has heard of. There are games that are considered so influential that they have created whole genres on their own. And there are games that come out even in a yearly basis, and we see advertisements of them all over the place. But what about the games that have come out and no one really talks about? What about games that are good but just never had the spotlight shine on them? Or just came out at a bad time and got overlooked? What about those little gems you have probably never heard of? Asterigos, Curse of the Stars, is a Souls-like action-adventure game developed by Acme Game Studios and published by TinyBuild. The game was released on October 11th, 2022, and it features beautiful art, eye-catching character design, and a fun combat system and an intriguing story. Asterigos' story follows Hilda, a member of the Northwind Legion, who is in the search of her father's missing party after setting out on a mission to the city of Alphys. Hilda ends up following up on her father's footsteps in order to try and find him. What she discovers, though, is something she never would have thought, and that is honestly all that I'm willing to say without spoiling the game. The best way to describe Asterigos' art is Dark Souls meets Disney. The character design has a certain softness through the game's 3D render models, which give them a specific roundness to them. This makes them look aesthetically pleasing, even those who aren't really supposed to be. The game seems to be a mesh between Norse and Greek mythology aesthetic, and they actually managed to make the Norse character have a really nice fish out of water feeling in this world. Asterigos is yet another Souls-like action-adventure game brought by another indie studio, which in retrospective it's the second Souls-like in a row being covered in this channel, and trust me, this is not gonna be a pattern. It's not something that I was aware when Asterigos caught my eye. The thing that caught my eye was the availability of different weapons to use whenever you wish to do so. You have a sword, a mace, staff, daggers, spear, and bracelets, and every single one of those weapons have a different rich playstyle. Every single weapon has its own skill tree, and every single weapon has one special ability, and you can have two of them equipped at all times in whichever order you want, giving you a plethora of abilities that are easily accessible with different playstyles. The game features an EXP bar and level up system as well. As I said, you have a skill tree for each weapon and a set of stats, which you might spend points in with each level. While the game has some really good ideas when it comes to its combat approach, I can't help but feel that the game feels a little bit clunky, both in animations and in the dodging aspects when it comes to certain hitboxes. The way healing works in this world is very similar to how Bloodborne does it. The healing items can be bought, and you can carry up to 20 in your inventory. You also have a different amount of usable items that you can either craft or buy from different NPCs. I honestly would say that the game shines brightest while you are unraveling the story and enjoying the world around you with the art, and not so much where other Souls-like games do, which is both the combat and the boss fight design. If I'm being completely honest, the boss fights feel a little bit too generic. However, I can see where they actually tried their best to make these boss fights feel different. It just did not connect with me, sadly. Asterigos' map design is lineal, with multiple branching paths in different areas, and as you advance through the game, you will get access to different areas from prior ones. The map seems to be perfectly laid out when it comes to player progression. In my time playing, I never really felt lost. I always managed to find my way where I needed to go, without actually feeling like I was being forced to go to a certain place by the game. And this is certainly a good feature to point out about this game. Asterigos, it's certainly not a perfect game, but it is certainly not a bad one. I do think that this game could be a massive hit for some and a big miss for others. However, I will say that the art style alone is enough of a reason to give it a go. This is why I have to give Asterigos Curse of the Stars a 6 out of 10. So why not give Asterigos a go yourself? It could be a gem you have probably not heard of. Yo, thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me, have you ever played Asterigos? Did you enjoy it? I'm sorry about the short video. I'm a little bit sick and I think that you can tell by my voice. But in the coming weeks we'll go back to trying videos a little bit longer. So tell me, what other hidden gems should I review? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to see me play these games live, I stream them on Twitch. So go hit that link in the description. Hit that subscribe button and I'll see you next time. Bye.